I can make a quid just saying it's there. But one of the other things I do on there is record motorcycle videos. So I attach this GoPro and the other one, depending on how far I'm riding, to the windscreen, and I just record while I'm riding and I put some commentary on it later. There's the point to all this, is that I know another bloke who does motorcycle vlogging. That's an ugly word, vlogging, video logging, vlogging. But he does motorcycle vlogging. He has a GoPro camera on an adhesive pad on one of those click things on his helmet. And you get a pretty good view of the road ahead. He's got 2 or 3 cameras, one on the handlebars, one on his helmet, and I think even one on the side of the bike somewhere on the fairing. But getting back to the one on his head, he is at an intersection somewhere and there's a giveaway sign. And he was looking right and left to see if there was a break in the traffic and to get across. He was there for, it seemed like an eternity. It was probably 30 seconds or something. But he was turning his head right and left, right and left, right and left, looking for the brake. And I had to say, it was, I don't know, this made me feel a bit weird. So I don't think I'll go with the camera on the head thing. This is Ward Street here along the front of the jail, the Goulburn Correctional Centre, to give it its proper name. You've probably seen that on some of my other running videos that I've been down this way. And so you'll know that we're coming up to Cemetery Street and go down the Mulwaree River track. As you've seen to this point, and will be for a little while yet, even, still pretty flat. There is another hill or 2 coming up. Don't get to it for just a little while yet. Probably about another 1.5 k's. Maybe not that much. Sure, old mates going here with his dig of it. Hopefully you can avoid each other. Thank you. Now a bit of a dip here towards the river and Fitzroy Flats. I have run up this the other side. I ran my half marathon last week. Like I said at the start here, how hard a hill is depends on where you are in your run. Just getting started, a bit tough, near the end, half dead. Right now, I'm going downhill, so it doesn't matter that much. The talk just said about running a half marathon. I wasn't saying that to boast, just saying one of the runs I did last week. I didn't film that because neither of the cameras has enough battery life to do that. I knew I wouldn't be able to get in under 2 hours, and I didn't want to have to break the rhythm at the time it takes to change cameras. They both have slightly different, excuse me, same fittings but slightly different size cases. You can't just flip one out, put the other one in. You got to take the case off and screw the other one on the harness and all that. And I didn't want to have to carry anything else in my pocket. But the maps and all that I posted on my Facebook page for anyone who's interested. This is the newest of the running tracks, called the Mulwaree River track, because over on the left hand side there is the Mulwaree River. This section's Fitzroy Flats, and it goes around here straight ahead, as you can see, and down a dip over the viaduct and the railway line, comes out on May Street in East Goulburn, or East Grove. I think it's about 1.25 kilometres long. I often see people walking, running, cycling along here. Not so much today, perhaps too early. Now the weather is warming up. Sun's coming up a bit earlier, not so cold when you get out of bed. I like to run mostly in the morning because later on in the day, particularly October, November, December and so on, it's too hot, uncomfortable, and lots of people around. I want to get mine done. There's not so many people around. But also, you've done it, you've got your day in front of you, rather than you do it at night or in the evening, hoping for it to cool down. You've got it hanging over you all day thinking, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. And then something comes up and you don't do it. And then before you know it, you're eating lunch, so you've got a couple of hours, let that food go down, and then you put off again while walking the dog. And then it's dinner time. Yes, you could get out once daylight saving comes, 9 o'clock at night. But for me anyway, I don't. So in the morning, get up, first thing, get it done. Not like a chore, but get it done. I try to stick to the paths here when I can, although you can see that some people taking shortcuts and make little tracks through the scrub or the whatever. And I try to stick to the paths because that's what they're there for, that's what they're made for one thing, and allows the grass and all that to regenerate, which I think is important. But also I have a rule about no shortcuts. I plan my run, I know which route, track, course, whatever you call it, I'm going to go. I go over it in my head the night before, I know where the really hard bits are, where it's flat, where it's uphill, any obstacles I might have to look out for. And then I say, well, that's the one I'm going to run, and don't take any shortcuts. Only I'd know if I did, but I'd know. And one thing, try and be true to yourself. So, come to the end of this section of the track here is May Street. Go to left, you go up to around the wetlands into East Grove, go right, go I think it's Phillip Street, Lower Stern Street, and over the railway line, Reynolds Street in that area, right out here, and you'll be familiar with this hill that I'm about to take on, and from my other runs, not the big daddy like Gilmore Street or Newton Street, but then we're 10.5 k's in, so it's as hard as you think it's going to be, and I just want to get up to the top of it. I wouldn't say it's terribly steep, but nevertheless it's a hill and it's a challenge. And I know there are running groups around Goulburn that run much steeper hills than this. Maybe one day I'll take on some of those. Sometimes I go up Park Road from Eleanor Street up the front of the school to May Street here, and that's a bit of an effort. Morning. This one, you're on the top of it now. Down the other side here to a wooden wobbly bridge across the stormwater drain. I know some of the other parkrun crowd, Brooke and her friend Amy, run this. Sometimes I've never passed them on it, but they told me the social media, as everyone does these days, that they run this bridge. I've run it, as you've probably seen for some of my videos, in both directions. I like this little section where you get these shadows on the path as the light tries to break through the tree cover. Kind of that English country lane thing that you think about, even if you've never seen an English country lane. And now the bridge starts to wobble. Come down the other side of it now, the Goulburn Golf Course on the left hand side.